Today's episode is a bit different. It's a bit of a bittersweet for me, as we'll be taking a brief break, returning for Season 2 in September. I am, however, going to drop a few episodes each month that are mostly short, simple, and sweet to encourage you through the sunburns and summer picnics. But truth told, with planes beginning to hit the sky and a number of stages around the globe ringing my phone, I'll be biding my time of flight delays and lukewarm coffee in various airport lounges around the globe soon. The good thing is, it may even be in your town. If so, I hope you will come say hi. You won't even have to bring the chocolate chip cookies. I mean, unless you want to. But just an elbow bump and a smile will do. But I want you to know something. Over the past how many ever months, we've been through a lot together. Getting behind a microphone and telling stories of my ups and downs, my squirrel chasing Bernedoodle, or seeing life through the eyes of my kids, it's been, and will continue to be, the greatest stage I have ever walked across. Had it not been for you, I honestly don't know if I would have gotten through this past year the way I have. While a pianist to the core, my weeks have been completely centered around each Tuesday. The next story, I can't wait to share this with my listeners. And I owe it all to you. Thank you. This podcast is a passion piece for me. I created it to stay connected with my music audience, and before I knew it, it has now grown to 20,000 listeners for each episode. I'm at a loss, as many of you have become friends just by finding the podcast and reaching out by email, Facebook, or Instagram. Even one person sent me a most delicious box of chocolate chip cookies, which I owe you a thank you card and an apology for the delay, by the way. Incredibly kind of you, and they were delicious, thank you. Now, however, the wonderful thing about delays and lukewarm coffee is having my laptop along for the ride, though it did plead for me to leave it at home. That being said, I will be sending out emails during this break. If you haven't signed up at CalmItDownPodcast.com for the newsletter, and if you'd like to stay connected, please do. Also, I have a most enjoyable time sending postcards from my travels. Each major city, I take a picture of something unique, such as a landmark or my favorite eats. I'm all about the food and the coffee, by the way. I then send this picture to you in the mail, straight to your mailbox. You remember those things? Without asking for a single penny. It's just something that I love to do when I travel, and it's always a lot of fun to see other people share it. If you'd like to join the postcard list, head over to chadlawson.com and look for the word postcards at the top of the page. Easy to do. But I'd like to leave you with something to think about for this summer. But first, I would be remiss if I didn't say, I'm Chad Lawson, and let's calm it down in 3, 2, 1. Now again, we'll be back in September, so if you start back at episode number 1 and play through each week until September, you'll never know the difference. But I'd like for you to do something with me. I know this is strange, but we're close by this point. I hope, at least. No one is around, but I'd like for you to stand with me. If I held the mic next to my knees, you'd hear them crack, but if you would, just stand and put your 2 feet together, side by side. Okay. Standing straight, feet firmly on the ground, I want you to look at your feet. You could be barefoot, you could have boots on, wooden clogs, it doesn't matter. Just notice your feet next to each other. Now, slowly, with one foot, take a small step. Just one. Nothing big, just a normal step. Slowly. Stepping down securely, if you would, take your other foot and bring it next to the foot that took the first step. Easy enough. We do this every day. With both feet together, again, side by side, feet firmly on the ground, I want you to notice you are no longer standing where you just were a moment ago. You took 2 steps that moved you forward, one at a time. When the mornings are hard, when you just want to throw the towel in, when you've had enough, I want you to promise me you'll stand up no matter where you are, and you'll look at your feet. I want you to promise me, as hard as it may be, through tears, through anxiety, through depression, through loneliness, through whatever funk it may be, I'm begging you to promise me that you will stand with each foot side by side, and with a deep breath, move one foot forward, exhale, take a deep breath, and move the other foot forward. Will you do this for me? Promise, no matter what life throws at you, be it sand in your swim shorts or eaten by a shark, I don't know, I know. Whatever it is, will you promise that you'll stand up and simply just take 2 steps forward? That's all I'm asking, because some days that's all we can do. But even taking that one step is all I'm asking. If you would, drop me an email and just say, I promise. It would mean the world to me. It really would. Each week, this is what you've been for me. You've been the person saying, I can't wait to hear from you. Tuesday's coming soon. You've been the person saying, hey, I couldn't get through this without you. And now, I'm saying those exact same words to you. Over the next few weeks, I can't wait to hear from you, as I couldn't have gone through this season without you. So if you would, start each day with just one tiny little step. One little step. I hope you have a most wonderful summer. May your nose be covered in suntan lotion and your feet covered in sand, though I am much more of a mountain lover than a beach lover, but all the same, drop me a line at either chad@cometdownpodcast.com, or please do sign up for my postcards at chadlawson.com, as I have a pretty amazing itinerary already in place, and I can't wait to share some of the postcards with you. And again, if I'm playing in your town, do come see me. Drop me a note before you come. Who knows? Perhaps there could be a guest list. But I would relish meeting you in person. And for now, I leave you with these words from Will Rogers. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. I'm going to say that again. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. And that was Derby. And I'm not going to edit that out. I'm going to leave that in there because he is saying the exact same thing. One tiny step at a time. Much love and sincere gratitude to you. Thank you, and until September, be kind to your mind. To find more episodes of Comet Down, hear the musical playlist from today's episode, or simply wanting to know where to send chocolate chip cookies, visit cometdownpodcast.com. You'll even find additional resources for emotional support, including our online community and our Facebook page. You're not alone. You are not alone. This podcast was written and produced by yours truly, Chad Lawson, composer, pianist, and nationally recognized Sweet Tooth. And now something my attorney wants me to say. The views, expressions, and techniques in this episode are of my personal opinion and is not intended to, nor should they serve as a substitute for medical advice or diagnosis rendered to you by your individual doctor or other healthcare provider. Only a licensed physician should evaluate your situation, provide a diagnosis, or render other medical advice to you, and you should only act upon the advice of such physician. Now, what I like to say. I am an extreme empath by nature, but my profession is that of a composer and pianist, not a licensed therapist or physician. I hear from thousands of listeners how my music has helped them through various stages of emotional needs, and I simply want to offer this and future podcasts in aiding those needs. To find a list of licensed professionals in your area, please visit calmitdownpodcast.com. And finally, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review. While it takes less than 60 seconds to do, its impact will last for years to come, as every little bit helps in growing the awareness and the importance of emotional health. I'm Chad Lawson, and until next time, be kind to your mind, and join me next week as we calm it down.